Welcome to another episode of the NeoLiberal Round Podcast. We are in Philadelphia getting various people's reaction to Donald Trump being found guilty. What's your reaction? We are talking to a young woman here. What's your reaction to Donald Trump being found guilty on 34 counts regarding that Stormy Daniels hush money trial?
I believe he should be held accountable for everything he has done.
Do you think he should run for president? Would you support him?
Absolutely not.
Okay, he shouldn't run for president.
No.
And if you were to vote for him today, I mean, based on what you've heard, okay, before the felony, would you have voted for Donald Trump?
No.
Okay, but and that didn't change your mind one way or the other.
No, I did not.
Are you Democrat or Republican?
I'm Democrat.
Okay, all right. Thank you so much. What about you, sir? We have a gentleman here. What do you think about Donald Trump being found guilty being found guilty on all 34 counts regarding Stormy Daniels' hush money trial?
Well, quiet money ain't always quiet money.
What does that mean?
That means you can't do everything under the books if it ain't on top of the books. You gotta do everything by the books, man. Seriously.
Would
No
you
matter
vote
if
for
you a
him?
hustler or not. Now, me personally,
Yeah.
not quite. I'm not quite of a Donald Trump fan, but at the same time, you gotta accept what you get. That's better than what you had before.
Oh, okay.
So if it's a better predicament for the people, then that's what's up. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
let me ask you a question. Before this new felony, would you have would you have voted for Donald Trump?
I didn't vote for Donald Trump, and I still wouldn't.
Still wouldn't.
So you know what I'm saying? It's just if it's for the people, if he win by the people, then that's for the people. But if not, then it ain't for the people. So everything that we do, it got to be for the people.
Yeah, but what do you think about him being found guilty, though? I mean,
Him being found guilty, personally,
yeah.
I feel as though when you trying to get money, you trying to come up fast. You get karma's a bitch. So you know how that goes.
Yes,
you know what I'm
yes.
saying? You can't take too much of money that
Yeah.
that ain't yours, and people get too greedy, and then that's where you fuck yourself up. So that's how it go. That's
All
life.
right, we are in Philadelphia talking with the residents. Let's get some more people. We have a young lady here in Philadelphia. How are you?
I am fine.
I would like, recently Donald Trump was found guilty on all 34 counts regarding the Stormy Daniels hush money trial. What's your feeling about this?
I feel like they should impeach his ass. He should not become president. If he do, anybody that ever been locked up should be able to get a fucking job with no hesitation.
Wait, Jeff, take your time with that because yes, earlier I heard you speaking and I was trying to get you back. Yes, very important point. Say that again.
Meaning asking, Trump is the worst person to be president.
Yes.
This man was convicted. So therefore, he should not be able to get the run to be president.
So you're saying because he was convicted recently, he should not be able to run.
Exactly.
Okay, and what else?
And if he do become president, anybody that ever been locked up should get a job with no problem. Because there's no way this man been convicted and he could become president.
Yes.
But anybody that been locked up cannot get a job, cannot afford housing or anything, but this man get to run the world and have it the way that he fucking want to do it. No, I don't think it should be like that.
Oh wow! So you're saying that that's a bad example?
That's a very bad example.
So I mean, let me ask you: before this hush money trial and him being found guilty, before this, all of this, who were you going to vote for?
It damn sure wasn't going to be Trump.
Okay. So this trial did not change your mind one way or the other.
No.
Okay.
I do not like him, and
Yes.
I don't deal with racist people.
Are you Democrat or Republican?
I'm damn sure not no damn Republican. What the fuck? Ooh.
Oh,
Ooh.
like we are in Philadelphia asking various people's opinion as it relates to Donald Trump and the recent ruling by the New York State Court. We have actually one of the co-producers here, Dante Nelson. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
We're doing very well. I mean, I haven't
I'm
had
doing
it.
great.
We haven't had you on the podcast in a while. We haven't done a podcast in a while actually. But Donald Trump was just found guilty. of
Yes, he
of
was.
falsifying business documents in relation to Stormy Daniels, paying off Stormy Daniels. In other words, to keep her quiet.
Correct.
So as it will, but anyway, it's 34 counts. He was found guilty on all 34 counts. Let me ask you a question. What's your reaction towards him being found guilty by the New York State? What's your reaction?
I already know and had a strong feeling that he was going to be convicted.
Okay.
So
Why you believe that he was going to be convicted?
because there was
Because
there
he's
was too many
conniving.
He is
loopholes that he
conniving.
was trying to go around.
Say that again.
There was too many loopholes that he was trying to go around.
Okay.
He was trying to facade the whole.
Oh, you mean how he did the votes
Yeah.
last year?
No,
No, we're
Just
talking
during-
about as it relates to
just
Stormy
during
Daniels.
just during court.
Oh, he's
You know,
conniving.
So
But anyways, you're saying
was
that you
trying.
felt as though he was guilty and he was going to be convicted on
Mhm.
all 34 counts based on the evidence that you heard by following the court. But the case. But let me ask you a question, Mr. Nelson. Would you, based on this decision, has it changed your mind about Donald Trump? Were you going to vote for him before, and did that affect your decision making anyway?
No, he was never one of my chosen ones. So
Okay.
he was never on my list. So I can't even go forward with answering your question because I would never have chosen him to be like the president of
So this
America.
decision,
So
this conviction, did not affect your decision, your choice one way or the other.
no, I had put a lot of things into the side so I can understand what was going on through the case.
Yeah.
And really analyze it on my own with my own perspective.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
and I came out to the conclusion that he was in fault, and it showed, and it was proven that he was.
But this ain't the first time he did this.
It's not the first
It's
time.
not the first time. There's been shit from years ago that he done did to somebody before, and they still made this man president.
Let me ask you a question. Are you Democrat or Republican? You know what? You don't have to say that because you're a producer of the show. We don't want people to know your opinions as it relates to that because this is an independent show. We are neither Republican or Democrat. We're all about serving the world today to solve tomorrow's challenges by making popular what was the monopoly. We will continue to go around to ask various people's opinions and their reaction as it relates to this Donald Trump conviction and whether or not it has affected or changed your opinion one way or the other. I'm Renaldo McKenzie. We'll be right back after this. Welcome to another episode of the NeoLiberal Round Podcast. Donald Trump has been found guilty on all 34 counts in New York City. This morning, we're waking up to the news that Donald Trump has been convicted. And I've been watching the news, and CNN and Fox and several other news sources have been referring to the May 16th to 20th Quinnipiac poll, which asked, would you be more or less likely to vote for Trump if convicted among likely Trump voters? Of course, 24% said they're more likely, 6% said that they are less likely, and 68% indicated that it doesn't matter one way or the other, no difference. However, now that he's convicted, I would like to ask Philadelphians their reaction. We here at the NeoLiberal Round Podcast, we've been doing a podcast series exploring support towards the presidential candidates, particularly Donald Trump. And we saw that several were supporting him that we spoke with here in New York, here in Philadelphia and in New York. But what is the case today? Okay, we're going to take to the streets and we are going to be interviewing several individuals randomly, asking exploring their reaction, asking for their reaction, what's their reaction to the conviction, and whether or not there are it will change or has changed their support for or against Donald Trump. This is the NeoLiberal Round Podcast. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the NeoLiberal Round Podcast. We're asking another gentleman in Philadelphia, what's your reaction to the to Donald Trump being found guilty on all 34 counts regarding the Stormy Daniel hush money trial in New York?
Shocked that it happened.
You're shocked.
Shocked that he got actually convicted.
Why
but
were you shocked?
Because he is a former president and he's very wealthy. And I'm also anxious to see if he will be sentenced accordingly.
Okay, but I mean, you said that shocked because he's a former president and he's wealthy. Are you suspicious of the justice system in this country when it comes to prosecuting and holding wealthy and political figures accountable?
Yes.
Okay, so that's the basis upon which you said that.
Yes.
Let me just ask a question for background. Before, did this trial affect your how you were going to vote one way or the other?
No.
Okay, so were you going to vote for Trump or Biden before?
Biden.
Okay, and this didn't affect your decision anyway.
No.
Do you think Biden is going to win?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
What do you feel about his chances are? I mean, what do you think? What's the move? What's the pulse of your area, the community, people you?
I mean,
what are
the
they
people
saying?
that I talk to
Yeah.
would not vote for Trump again, but there's plenty of people out there who would. So
Yeah.
America's about the dollar, and Trump is about the dollar too. So
Yeah, so people
there's
are,
a possibility he could be elected again.
even though he was found guilty, they're not thinking about that. They're really thinking about their pockets.
Yes.
Right. But do you find some? But you're saying that some in your circle, some of the people who voted for Trump will vote for him anymore. Or did
Nobody in my circle voted for Trump that I know of.
Okay. So here we are. We are in Philadelphia talking to people randomly about their reaction towards Donald Trump being found guilty, Donald Trump's recent conviction, and whether or not they are still going to be supporting him or not, or they won't support him, or whether or not their opinions have changed towards him one way or the other based on the recent ruling. Yes. This is the NeoLiberal Round Podcast. We'll be right back after this. What do you think about Donald Trump being convicted of convicted on all 34 counts regarding the?
I thought it was going to happen.
Why are you a Donald Trump supporter?
No.
Okay. I'm the host of the NeoLiberal Round Podcast, and I'm going around asking various people randomly about their reaction to Donald Trump being found guilty regarding the hush money trial. Stormy Daniels, he falsified business documents and paid his lawyer to pay this other woman to be quiet. They found him guilty. What do you think? What's your reaction to that?
Have
you been following the story?
Yo, it's crazy because even though I feel like they should definitely like put Trump down, like he should definitely get like some type of flag for it or some type of punishment for it. Trump has this thing where it's like half and half because he speaks his mind and it's like certain truths mixed in with like
he tell the truth.
Yeah, he tell the truth. Like he speak his mind, even though I just feel like he don't always approach it the right way.
Yes.
And that's what it is. But as far as his criminal history, yeah.
Do you think he should run for president although he's been found guilty?
No.
Okay,
I don't
because
think so.
We didn't have presidents that been found, not convicted, but
I think he's the first. He's the first.
But then again,
he's the first in history to be convicted of a felony.
Then
again, yeah.
But a lot of this shit rigged.
Barack Obama was the first black president, right?
Yes.
And he the reason why we in this rainbow-filled world now.
Yeah.
Okay.
He the reason why people get like people are generalists, like and stuff like that. So I feel like Obama worse than Trump.
In what way? What do you think? What do you mean that he's worse than Trump?
Because on top of him fucking up the whole gentrification thing, he also, first of all, he denied his heritage. He's from Africa and he denied that. Like he tried to get rid of his whole identity. Then when black people when we was getting shot down and stuff like that, he wasn't speaking out. He wasn't helping us.
But it's between Biden and Trump. Who do you support?
Trump. Neither.
You don't support.
I don't support neither.
You support Trump.
I support. If I had to choose
Biden
between them,
bullshit.
Trump, because Trump actually brings significance to he brings more significance to the table. I think Joe Biden, I don't think he's knowledgeable enough to be a president.
Really?
Like, you see his interviews, he be literally like glitching on screen.
He's been in the White. He's been a government official for years.
Yes.
He's I mean,
what you think?
Mr. Donald Trump they said that violated Section 3 of the 14th Amendment. He's still going around. They said they impeached him. He's still relevant. I don't know what to think. I know what to think, but I don't want to give it. Well, I mean, we're in Philadelphia, right?
Yeah.
We get affordable. We a lot of Philadelphians get social welfare.
Yeah.
The Obamacare. A lot of Philadelphians, low wage people are on it. Now Donald Trump is threatening to get rid of Obamacare. A lot of black people in Philadelphia are still right now benefiting from Obamacare. So how are we? So I mean, I'm not.
A lot of them don't even really.
Right. So that is one truth, but
let me go into Trump mindset.
Yes.
A little bit. Like, I basically feel like he's doing that to get rid of laziness.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there is a lot of slackers because of things like that. People don't want to get up off their ass.
Yeah.
This was a white person with me. This was somebody like Trump with me. He was like, I'm not enabling like you to do.
But the world, but the world creates impoverished communities that allow people to need. So I mean, social welfare is just a response to what we know what society is going to create poor people.
Exactly.
And the thing is, it happened that majority of poor people are black and brown people.
Yes.
Okay, so you have to create a caveat, something to mitigate and to minimize the blows of the unfair system that we have. That's where social welfare comes in. So therefore, until the world is fair, then how are we going to get rid of these things that help the poor? So I mean, so we have to. I believe that we have to take a macro approach. We have to really study this thing.
Yes.
We have to listen to Trump's side, but we have to also listen to Biden's side and see what they're doing. But good. Are you going to vote?
I ain't gonna lie. All right, so see, this is what I say about Trump. Like, my viewpoint changed to Trump a little bit over the year. Like, I'm not like I used to be like, no, fuck Trump. But like, he really do speak the like. He be exposed to them sometimes.
So him being convicted of a crime is not going to affect you because he was recently found guilty.
That's different. That's different.
Yeah.
Like as far as his criminal background, he should get penalized.
Because I mean, right now, if you're convicted, you can't hold certain jobs.
Yeah, no.
So if he's convicted of this Stormy that, so do you think as a convicted felon he should still be able to run?
I don't think no convicted felon should
to run for president. All right. What's your name if you don't mind me asking? And what's your name?
Ramir.
Ramir, we're in Philadelphia, right to the corner of Morton and Tulpahawken, getting people's opinion. It's great to have young men like you involved.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. Well, keep in touch. We're the NeoLiberal. We'll be right back after this. But let me ask a question. Some people are saying that they were shocked that Donald Trump was convicted. But the other day when I spoke with you, you were confident that he was going to be convicted.
Because he does all that stuff. You can look and ascertain what type of person he is. Like, you can see what type of person Donald Trump is.
But they said he's wealthy. He's a former president. He's been tried and gotten off several times.
And what does that mean?
So they're thinking that, they were shocked that this would have happened to him. But what did it say? What did it say about other convicts who their background have to be scrubbed and it's very difficult for them to get certain jobs? Yet this president is now convicted. We're gonna have
you already know there are two different types of justices in the United States.
Okay, there we go. We're in Philadelphia. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to the NeoLiberal Round Podcast. We continue to ask various Philadelphians about their reaction towards Donald Trump being found guilty. What's your reaction to Donald Trump's recent conviction as it relates to the hush money trial, the Stormy Daniel case? He was found guilty by the New York State.
It's a blur.
But did you expect that he would have been found guilty? He was found guilty as it relates to the hush money trial they said that he had paid off Stormy Daniels to be quiet. Oh, that was you don't know about that? But anyway, so the story is that he was found guilty. He had sex with this woman, and in 2016 he paid his attorney to pay. Well, his attorney paid the woman to be quiet, and they falsified business documents to hide because he got the money from campaign funding or financing, and it's illegal to use campaign money to to um to pay for anybody to be quiet or something like that. So hush money trial. I didn't know, but you didn't know much about that. Yeah, that was going on in New York. But do you think that he would have been found guilty on anything?
Yeah.
But you notice he beat impeachment and so on. But anyways, whether or not he was guilty of falsifying business documents, but by the way, he's still gonna run. You know that.
Yeah.
But do you think that he should still run, having been found guilty of falsifying business documents?
Yeah.
Okay, there we go. We one more comment from the NeoLiberal Round Podcast right here in Philadelphia. We'll be right back after this. What's up? Let me get you on the gram real quick. What's up? Here we have two more people from Philadelphia. What do you think about Donald Trump? What do you think about Donald Trump being convicted?
Not today.
What do you think about Donald
Not
Trump?
today.
Come on, tell me. What do you think about Donald Trump being convicted?
He hasn't been, right?
Yes, and all 34 counts.
But
What do
he's
you?
not going to be sentenced, right?
Well, now they're going to
Oh,
be
no,
doing
he
the
gets
sentencing.
Since July.
They're going to give
Oh,
him
July.
probation.
You think he's going to get probation?
He is.
Are you going to support him still?
I never did.
We're in Philadelphia, guys, getting reports from everyone about their reaction to the Donald Trump conviction. We'll continue to take more reactions and opinions. This is the NeoLiberal Round Podcast. Do you think about Donald Trump being convicted the other day? What's your reaction?
My reaction is I'm for it either way. It's not even, it doesn't even move me a little bit. I'm still going to be for it. I'm still for it.
So you're really thinking about it from your situation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I mean, so it doesn't really affect you one way or the other. Okay, there we have it. We're in Philadelphia, getting people's opinion and reaction. But if you were to vote today, would you vote for Donald Trump or no?
Yeah, about them gas prices.
Okay, cool. But what about Biden? You don't like what Biden doing?
Hey, to be honest, like I'm a little deep with my blackness. Ain't neither one of them parties doing anything for my black people.
They just launched a coalition for some black.
I'm for the person that is going to give us reparations.
Yeah.
That's who I'm for.
Yes. And you don't hear that from Biden or Donald Trump.
Neither one of them talking about that shit. They don't give a fuck about us.
You're right.
They talking about the new minority, the Mexican.
Oh, yes. Well, I mean, I think they're overtaking African Americans now. Yes. This is the NeoLiberal Round.
Yeah, the new. Yes.
Well, okay. Why would you say that? By the way.
The new Mexican. The new minority. Because the way they moving around. You see them. They putting people. They dropping them off in New York. They coming in through Texas. They not shipping them back. They bringing them in because it's cheaper in the labor wage.
Yes.
It's allowing them to not pay us who here, already been here.
Trump. So you think Trump seem to think he has a better policy on immigration?
About building that stupid ass wall.
He said he's gonna let Mexicans pay for it. Oh my God! Well, I mean, I think they should contribute towards that. It's both of them control the border, so both Mexico and the U.S. should pay, not just the U.S. But this is the NeoLiberal Round Podcast, talking to the people in Philadelphia. in terms of reacting to what's going on politically in the United States. We'll be right back after this.